Okay, boys and girls, we're going to talk some more about alliteration. Who remembers what alliteration is? What is alliteration? Logan?
Like the rhyming almost, like the A, B, C.
That is not. That's rhyme scheme. What is alliteration? Juliana?
It's like if two words have the same sound for the letter in the beginning of the word.
It's at the beginning of the word. Very good. It's when a bunch of words in the line of a poem have the same beginning sound. And so here, this is the poet Ken Nesbitt, who we've read a bunch of his poems. And he is going to read one of his poems called My Puppy Punched Me in the Eye. Yes?
The one that awesome, that one that we did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was one of his. We've read like a bunch of his poems, but my nostrils smell awesome. That was his poem yesterday. So he is going to read that poem, and I have it right here, and we'll look at it after he reads it.
Hi, I'm Ken Nesbitt, and this is the poem, My Puppy Punched Me in the Eye, from my book, My Hippo Has the Hiccups. My puppy punched me in the eye. My rabbit whacked my ear. My ferret gave a frightful cry, and roundhouse kicked my rear. My lizard flipped me upside down. My kitten kicked my head. My hamster slammed me to the ground and left me nearly dead. So, my advice? Avoid regrets. No matter what you do, don't ever let your family pets take lessons in Kung Fu.
That was a short poem. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to look for some examples of some alliteration in this poem. So let's see if we can find some alliteration in here. Okay? So let's look at our first line of a poem. Remember, poems have lines. Poems have lines and stanzas. Oh, before we even get started, how many stanzas do you see? Remember, poems don't have paragraphs. Poems have a stanza. How many stanzas do we see in this poem? Juliana?
3.
3. This is stanza 1. Stanza 1. Stanza 2. And stanza 3. Very good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to look for some alliteration in this poem. Do you see any alliteration in this poem? Let's look. My puppy punched me in the eye. Do you see any alliteration in that line? Teddy?
Puppy punched.
Puppy punched. Very good. That's our alliteration right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of highlight those letters. Puppy and punch. Very good. My rabbit whacked my ear. Do we hear any there? Do you hear any there? Do you hear any there? Avery?
Rabbit whacked.
Rabbit and whacked. No, I don't hear it there. My ferret gave a frightful cry. Do you hear it there? What do you hear?
Ferret frightful.
Ferret and frightful. And roundhouse kicked my rear. Do we hear it there? What do you think, Ivy?
Roundhouse rear.
Roundhouse and rear, we'll say there. Okay. My lizard flipped me upside down. Do we hear any there? What do we think? Do we hear any there? Everybody, yes or no? Just shake your head, yes or no. No, we don't hear any there. My kitten kicked my head. Do we have some there? Elisa?
Kitten and kick.
Kitten and kick. Okay. My hamster slammed me to the ground and left me nearly dead. Any there? Yes or no? No, I don't hear any there. So my advice, avoid regrets. Any there? What do you think? Yes or no? Logan, Alice, what do you think?
Advice, avoid.
Advice and avoid, we'll call that alliteration because we have the same beginning sound. No matter what you do. Any there? No. Don't ever let your family pets take lessons in Kung Fu. Did we have any there? No, I think no. But you know what? While we have this poem up, I think maybe we might have some rhyme scheme. Let's do some rhyme scheme while we have it up. So this poem has some rhyming in it. So what would the first line be? What would our first line be? What letter? Clark? A. Very good. We are like experts now. A. Eye and ear, do they rhyme? Eye and ear rhyme? What do we think, Elisa? No. So the second line would be what? B. A B. Now we have the word cry. What am I going to have this line be? The third line, what's that going to be? What do we think? Avery. A. Cry. Okay, so we have A, B, A. Then we have rear. What line is that going to be? What are we going to label that? Yes.
B.
B, because it rhymes ear and rear. So we have an A, B. Okay. Now we have down. Now we have the word down. Does it rhyme with anything there? Libby? So what's that going to be? C. How about head? What do we think, Juliana?
D.
D. How about the word ground? What does ground rhyme with? Mikey? What am I going to do with the word ground? We have an A, B pattern there. How about down and down? We have a C and a D. Now we have the word ground. C. Okay, everybody, how about the word dad? What should I label that? Teddy?
E.
Dad doesn't rhyme with anything here?
D.
D. Now we have the word regrets. Does regrets rhyme with anything in our poem? What do you think, Thomas? The word regrets?
No.
So what should I label it?
C.
C? Oh, it rhymes with ground?
I think it rhymes with D.
We already have D, so it rhymes with dad. It doesn't rhyme with anything, so now we go to the next letter in the alphabet, E. Okay, now we have the word do. Do, Yanni. Now what? Does anything rhyme with do? Does it rhyme with I? No. Does it rhyme with ear? Do and ear? Does it rhyme with down? Do and down?
Yeah.
Do and down rhyme? No. Do and ground rhyme? Do, ground? No. Does do and regrets rhyme?
Yeah.
Do, regrets rhyme?
No.
So then what does this have to be?
F.
F. So now we have regrets, and now we have do, so we have EF. Now we have the word pets. What are we going to do with the word pets? Ivy?
G.
Not G.
K.
No, not K. Not K. You're getting way out there, buddy. Yes?
F.
Jew and pets, Brian? E. Regrets and pets rhyme. And then we have the word kung fu, and that rhymes with what? Everybody tell me. It rhymes with do, so that's line F. So we have an A, B, C, D, E, F, E, F. So it's the same pattern throughout the poem. It's essentially an A, B pattern. So line A, every other line rhymes. Very nice. So here's what you're going to do. We're going to do some alliteration. You're going to write some alliteration sentences. I'm going to randomly give you a letter of the alphabet. And you're going to write a sentence with alliteration in it. Yes?
Just a sentence.
Just a sentence. You don't have to write like an alliteration poem. You just have to write a sentence. So that's what we're going to do. So let's say I gave you, and obviously you cannot, I'll give you, because I didn't give you a Q. So if I gave, Q is not in here. So if you had the Q, it would be the queasy queen quits. Now I gotta think of another keyword. The queasy queen quits quibbling what's a cute thing? Quibbling over quotients. Okay? That is my Q sentence. Okay, so the queasy queen quits quibbling over quotients. That is my alliteration sentence. Yes?
What does quibbling mean?
Quibbling, like arguing over. Yes? Yes, you need your grammar notebook. Yes. Oh, quarters. Quarters would have been good. I couldn't think of quarters. Well, I'm doing mathematical. You guys are quibbling over quotients. Yes. A quotient, it's in division. You know, division. And hey, it's easy to come up with something when you're sitting in your seat. I'm having to think of stuff under pressure here, right? Okay, so that's what you're going to do.